Hello and welcome back to FC 26 Spin the Wheel series brought to you by me, Bevchenko. If you don't know the rules, check out the description below, but essentially we spin a wheel for everything and it dictates how we have to play a game, if we have to sell a player and which managerial jobs we have to take on. But first we have a Carabao Cup match against Manchester City. The defending champions. However, we are at home, and then we've got a league game away at Brighton. However, we've only won one game in the past 5, and that's mainly because of the wheel. If you don't know the rules of the game, check out the description below, but essentially we spin a wheel before every match, and it gives us a bit of a handicap. It tells us how we need to play that game. So let's see what we need to do for this cup game against Manchester City, which I really want to win. So as the citizens make the trip down to the City ground, we must make no substitutions. So one of the easier, should we say, options is no substitutions throughout the game. However, we are playing the champions, Manchester City, so nothing's easy. So a huge game in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup coming up right now. We are going to start with Luis Enrique Coutinho up front, the 16-year-old sensation. And we've got Raul Asensio, who continues. That's an interesting ball. That's just been pinged out wide by Reinders. Raul Asensio will continue to play as centre-back during Moussa Niakate's injury and absence. Thuram. Well, oh my goodness. Raul Asensio, penalty. That is the worst penalty I have ever seen. How is that a penalty? Referee. He's just stuck his body in the way. That's not a foul. What do you guys think? Now we've got to stop Erling Haaland. This is going to be fun. There's going to be no justice in this. 90 for penalties, 94 shot power, 97 for finishing. Straight in the top corner. Matsel's going the right way. Erling Haaland doing the job from the spot. Unbelievable penalty, by the way. Not stopping that one. The worst possible start. And a harsh start, I must say. Did not think that was a penalty. If that was the other way, we would have intervened with VAR. Marmoush picks the ball up from the cross. Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland is so good on this game. Thuram pings it out to Marmoush again. Fofana gives it to Malcolm. Oof, referee! Surely that's a booking. No, of course not. He's not going to give anything for that, is he? Terrible foul by Nico. Look at that. Lucky our jump could have broke his leg. So Forest faithful in great voice on this evening at the City ground. Here's a chance for Malcolm. Heads it straight at Donnarumma though. Great ball in by Dan Ndoye. Marmoush brings it forward. Marmoush loses the ball to Ryan Yates. Gives it to Dan Ndoye once more. Looks for a ball to Coutinho and he finds Coutinho. And then Rudiger uses his strength and height advantage. Just get rid of it a little bit from Coutinho. Nico. To Reinders. To Thuram. Nico again. To the goal scorer, Erling Haaland, who loses out to Mr. Nottingham Forest, Ryan Yates. This is fantastic singing by the Forest faithful. It's probably the best I've ever heard them. Dan Ndoye wants to get the ball in the box again. Gives it to Malcolm. Turns on a sixpence. Gives it to Fofana. Half a chance. And Donnarumma with a stinging palm of a save. Great shot by Fofana. Forest a better team so far. Jed Spence with a free header. Miles over the bar. We do not have very good headers in this team. That is one fact. Rudiger to Nico. Nico again. Plays it out to Aït-Nouri. To Nico. To Reinders. Great play to Erling Haaland. Plays a nice 1-2 with Marmoush. He cannot be let through. 2-0. Marmoush. Oh, we are getting absolutely battered now. Well, we're not even getting battered. We're playing quite well. Just get punished by Manchester City for any mistake you make. Dan and Doy. Forrest come again. Gives it to Elliot Anderson. Tries to get through. Ruben blocks it. We know to play well against Manchester City as well, but today they are on a finishing streak. Erling Haaland just misses out with Mauro Jr. getting back there. Morata was actually beaten. Great dance by Dan and Doy to avoid the play. Coutinho, a beautiful ball there. Great play by Forrest. Cuts inside, plays it through again, but Rudiger's there again. Rudiger's such a good player. Like Nuri, plays it back. Nico. I'd love Rudiger, but it's unrealistic. Reinders. If we get a top job somewhere one day, he could be a signing. Haaland. I'd love that man as well, but I feel like we'd have to be Real Madrid manager for that to happen. Asensio. It's Jed Spence. Plays it out to Dan and Doy. Looks for the runner. He gets the runner, but it's blocked. Referee blows. Not sure what for. A bit too far for a shot there by Malcolm. He can play a lovely ball to Elliot Anderson, who's got half a chance here. Puts a shot in, and it's blocked and saved by Donnarumma. And the ball falls kindly towards the back post, but gets cleared by the Manchester faithful. Alright, Nuri to Reinders. Nico. Forest have had some chances. Man City have had 2 and scored them both. They definitely didn't deserve a penalty. Thuram. Oh, he's through again. It's a mistake by Morata. And Erling Haaland just missed a one-on-one, an absolute sitter. He just should have scored that. Boos ring out round the City ground, but I think this time it's for the referee. Malcolm gives it to Anderson, who gives the ball away needlessly. Quite rare for Elliot Anderson to give the ball away. Thuram. Hasn't really done much this game, Thuram. Oh, great play by Reinders to dance through there. Rodri. Arno. To Ruben again. Hustled is Rodri. Elliot Anderson's coming for him. So we'll get any space there. Haaland. Man City looking to find space. And Ryan Yates comes away with the ball here. He's got no pace though, so he puts the ball over the top to Coutinho. He's hit it too far. Coutinho took it too far with his touch. Should have scored. That should have been 2-1. Malcolm wins the ball back. Forest crowd cheer. Anderson to Ryan Yates. Dings the ball over to Coutinho once more. There's a foul there. Cuts inside. Ah, he tried to pass it. Should have shot. Tried to pass it to Dan and Doy, who was on the edge of the 6-yard box. Would have been a good opportunity if it did fall to him, but I felt like Coutinho should have had a shot. He's normally selfish enough to do that. I'm expecting a yellow card to come at some point for the Manchester City player. And there's another ball over the top. Manchester City are struggling with these balls right now. Challenged by Jed Spencer. Doesn't win the header. Thuram gets the better of it. Fulham next up for Manchester City. And we've got Brighton. So Reinders down the line. Beautiful play. No substitutions allowed, remember, by Forest as per the wheel. But we're going to tire, so we need to probably get a goal sooner rather than later. I feel like we can sneak one when we're tired. Two's a bit of a tough ask. Dan and Doy down the line. Loses the ball. Man City are playing such a high line now. We can make the most of this. Jed Spence tracks the ball. Thuram again. Ryan Yates drops. Jed Spence drops. Ball comes back to Nico on the edge of the box. Half chance here. Reinders save. Nearly lost my voice then. Reinders again. Hustled off the ball by Ryan Yates. And there's a foul. Here's the booking for earlier as predicted. Nico Gonzalez with the yellow. Twice he's put some bad fouls in. Very lucky to still be on the pitch because I thought that first one he did should have been a yellow card. Let's see, trying to play a Quick ball to... Beautiful skill by Phil Foden. Mao Jr. beats his man. And they've got a chance here because Junior's got the pace to go all the way. Cross comes in and corner. Great play by Forest. Jed Spence looking for a free header. He gets it. And Donnarumma again makes a big, big save. It's all Forest. Spence again. Marmouche on the edge of the box. Wins the ball, takes it away for Hana, who's getting shoved about there. Foden. To Rodri. Lema. Thuram. Erling Haaland on the ball again. Looks for Foden, but he gets blocked. But Man City still recover the ball. Well, just got to be careful with Phil Foden. Very technical player. We'll look to make things happen. Forest just getting hounded off the ball when they get it at the moment. Marmouche again. Has played very well, Marmouche, today. Got to be careful here. Nothing too tricky. Thuram gets the shot away and it's blocked. Matt Sells, quick ball out to Dan and Doy. Plays it to Malcolm. Malcolm puts pace on. Plays a through ball. Interesting through ball. Coutinho shoots. Wins another corner. Time's up, I reckon. We're going out of the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. And that will be the last chance of the game as Manchester City make a plethora of substitutions. Bernardo's on the pitch now to see the game out. And it's 2-0 win for the current holding champions at Manchester City. Forest, harsh done by the referee, to be honest. But we had chances to make the most of it. And next up is 11th versus 10th as Nottingham Forest travel down to the Amex Stadium. Let's spin the wheel and find out how we have to approach this game. So, as the Seagulls host Nottingham Forest, how do we have to play this game? And we must change our formation. It's not worked well the last few times we've changed formation. 1 win in 6. So we changed to a 3-4-3 formation, with Morgan Gibbs-White coming in for Morato. So a very attacking change. We need a win. We need to find a win, but we've only got 3 at the back, and we normally build ourselves on a solid defence. Raining on the south coast as Brighton get the game underway. O'Reilly. Mariki. Yenny. Lays it back to Gomez. De Kuiper. Nearly loses the ball, keeps hold of it. O'Reilly again. I think the wingers have got a lot of work to do today. I've kept a bit of pace at the back. Normally I play 3 centre-backs with this, but I've actually put our left and right back in those centre-back positions on either side, supported by Raul Asensio. Just add a bit of extra security and pace, because Morato actually got done last time we played this formation because it was a bit too slow. Oh my goodness. Great goal. Great goal by Brighton. Great goal. Mariki after 9 minutes. And we've got it all to do again. Morgan Gibbs-White. Rare start. And he put a good ball in. He can. Oh! What an equaliser. It lasted 1 minute. Malcolm. Beautiful cross from Morgan Gibbs-White. See that again. Morgan Gibbs-White clips a beautiful ball in and a free... Well, it's not even a free header. He just rose so well, did Malcolm, to put it in the top left-hand corner. 1-1. Unbelievable response. That's what we want to see. And that gets the Forest fans singing. And takes the pressure off Ange Postecoglou with that 1 win in 6 games. Season started so well. Players are just tiring a bit now, I think, and probably need some fresh faces in this January window. I'm not sure how we're going to improve it, though. I mean, the wheels screwed us over so many times. Another great header. This game. Quick ball comes in. Gibbs-White wins that ball. Gives it to Coutinho. He's got no pace. It's too slow. he can keep hold of the ball. Maybe nice little pass to Morgan Gibbs White, which he does. Needs a runner. Gibbs White's found it. Ryan Yates is the wrong person, really. Anyone but Ryan Yates. Genny to Baleba. Baleba, highly coveted midfielder. O'Reilly, Gomez. O'Reilly again. Back to Genny. O'Reilly's trying to pull some strings in this game. Scals. Interesting game so far. Forest very much set up for this counter-attack. He puts the ball through to Elliot Anderson. Oh, why did the shot not come off? Actually shot then. It didn't pull the trigger. Should have scored. Another chance goes wasting for Forest. Been plenty of chances in these past 2 games, that's for certain. Just got to make sure that we don't concede the way we have been doing recently, because it's not good enough and it's not how we like to play. Baleba. Ball to O'Reilly again. Again, he's got some pace on him as well. In fact, all this Brighton team up front do. Great block. Oh, referee! Is he giving another penalty here? Asensio again. That's a soft penalty, referee. If VAR was involved, would have overturned that. If that was against us, we would have overturned it. Well, we're not facing Erling Haaland this time, that's for certain. We're going the right way, down the middle. 2-1. Forest get the game away again. Can we get another quick goal again? Can we get a sense of deja vu here? Can put a ball in, and he does. And Ryan Yates has got almost identical goal to Malcolm. It just goes wide. Morgan Gibbs White is playing really, really well in this wide position. Something I must consider moving forward. Do we stick him on a wing instead of, say, Dan and Doy, who's not done a lot recently? He's played solid enough, but he's not been special. Morgan Gibbs White can be special. He's not going to get Malcolm's position anytime soon. Referee says play on. Might get a booking in a minute for one of the Forest players. O'Reilly turns again. Oh, he's put Scales through. He should have scored. Ryan Yates is shattered already. Half-time approaches. 1 minute to go. Long ball over the top. And there is the whistle for the half. 2-1 to Brighton as it stands. Forest have played really well, to be honest. Do not deserve to be losing. Didn't even deserve to lose to Manchester City, and that was 2-0. More crosses coming in the box. O'Reilly again. As Brighton look to move quickly up the field. Baleba to Gomez. Blocked by Raul Asensio. Malcolm on the ball. Nice ball to Dan and Doy. Can he hold it up? He does hold it up. There's no one there, though. Genny. Brighton move forward again. Scales, Gomez. He's going to go out for a throw in here. No, he's kept it in as De Kuiper. O'Reilly. Baleba. Forest needs to start picking up wins. Otherwise, they're not going to see these objectives through, especially the one for European football. Oh, and they've lost the ball. O'Reilly here. It's Raul Asensio. Surely offside referee. Offside referee. Surely. 3-1. Catamo gets a finish. Genny. He's off, surely. Jed Spence doesn't play him on, does he? It's not going to show you. Surely Jed Spence wasn't playing him on there. What do you guys think? I mean, it was tight. Great ball. Down. Malcolm. Crosses the ball. Gets a corner. In fact, the referee's going to give a goal kick here. Questions should be asked about these referees, because I'm not happy with either of these penalty decisions in both games. Raul Asensio, bless him, on the receiving end of them. And then there should have been some red cards. Nico should have got sent off against for the Manchester City. And then that goal just then I thought was offside. So we've certainly got our talking point for the episode. What do we think about the referees' performances? Or am I just making lame excuses for not playing very well these past 7 games? We are in a big predicament at the moment. Jed Spence loses the ball. Kuiper, Gomez. Jed Spence needs to get back here. He's down as a centre-back. Cross comes in, free header, great save. We are under the pump at the moment. Forest still refusing to make substitutions. Matt Sells keeps hold of the ball. Rolls a quick one out to Malcolm. Can Malcolm make things happen? He's offside. Flag's gone up. Coutinho's offside. Brighton make a change as O'Reilly comes off. He's played really well as O'Reilly. Rutter comes on in his place. Baleba loses to Evan Nilsson. I think I've actually made a substitution there. I don't know how. But Evan Nilsson is on the pitch. I don't know where he's playing. I don't know. He must have gone for Coutinho. I'm sure I didn't accept that. Minter. Definitely one we're looking at. And that's why. Puts a lovely ball on a plate to Mariki, who can't finish. Mara Jr. Anderson. Great play by Forrest. Gibbs White. Will look to cut it inside. Put it on a plate for Evan Nilsson. The keeper comes out. And Rushworth picks it up. Mariki plays it out wide to Minter again. Got to just use his pace now. De Kuiper. Boscalagli. Baleba. Rain still pouring down. Not as heavy as it was before. Hinshelwood. 6 minutes to go, and you would say the 3 points. Oh, foul here. This referee. There's nothing in that. 5 minutes to go, and you would say the 3 points are staying in the South Coast. Gibbs White plays it to Fofana. Oh, Elliot Anderson just loses the ball there. Mariki to Genny. Mariki again. Genny picks it up once more. Just knocking it around now. Just keeping hold of the ball, Brighton. They know they've won the game. Just don't do anything silly. That'll be the message from the manager. And that's the end of the game. Another defeat in today's episode. Very controversial refereeing from both games. And that is all for today's episode as we drop to 11th in the table, way off those European places, so something needs to change and sharpish. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please hit that subscribe button. It'd be very much appreciated. I would also really love you to leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on all those referee decisions and talking points. Until next time, cheers.